Let me tell you a short story, because maybe it's yours too. I used to wake up with this one idea in my head every single morning. It wasn't just a dream, it was something I knew I was meant to build. A side project, a business, a version of me I kept seeing in my head, but not in the mirror. So I'd tell myself, soon, when I have more time, when I've read a few more books, listened to a few more podcasts, saved a bit more money, I convinced myself I was being strategic, that I wasn't procrastinating, I was preparing. But day after day, nothing happened. And the longer I waited, the heavier it felt to even begin. All I wanted was to feel ready. I wanted a sign. I wanted conditions to be perfect. No distractions, full energy, no doubts. I told myself I'd start once the fear went away. But here's the hard truth I couldn't avoid. That perfect moment, it never came. And deep down, I didn't just want time. I wanted certainty. I wanted to know it would work, that I wouldn't fail, that people wouldn't judge me, that I'd look like I knew what I was doing. But life doesn't give that kind of guarantee, not before the leap. And so, I kept waiting. But the waiting didn't bring peace. It brought pressure. It brought frustration. The more I waited, the more guilt I felt. The more I tried to plan, the more paralyzed I became. I wasn't resting, I was avoiding. And while I waited for the perfect time, time just moved on, without me. I started to see friends move ahead. People with less talent, fewer ideas, less clarity. But they were moving, and I was stuck. Not because I didn't have what it took, but because I was still hoping for permission. Permission from the world, from myself, to finally begin. Then, one night, I heard something that cracked me open by James Clear. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. I realized then, waiting was my system. Avoidance was my habit. Fear was the hidden leader of my life. And nothing was going to change until I moved anyway, even afraid. So I did something small. I didn't wait to feel confident. I didn't wait for clarity. I just set a 10-minute timer and started. It was ugly. It was uncomfortable. It felt stupid. But that one small action, it broke the spell. Because here's the part we never learn in school. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of it. You build self-belief by showing up when you're scared. You build momentum by starting before you feel ready. You stop fearing the unknown by walking into it one shaky step at a time. Most people never begin, not because they don't want it badly, but because they believe the lie that they need to feel ready first. But ready isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Since then, nothing about my life became easier, but I became stronger. I still feel fear. I still have doubts, but I don't wait for them to disappear anymore. I carry them with me, and I move anyway. I stopped looking for the perfect time, and I started creating it. And funny enough, the more I act, the more aligned I feel. The more I fail forward, the more resilient I become. And the more I trust the version of me who keeps showing up, even when it's messy. Because here's the truth. You don't need more time. You need less hesitation. You don't need more clarity. You need more courage. You don't need the right time. You need to stop waiting for it. So, if you're waiting for a perfect sign, this is it. If you're waiting for the fear to go away, it won't. But you can move with it. You can start anyway, because the best time to start was yesterday. And the second best time? It's now. Scared, messy, uncertain, but moving, always moving.